For all the people that are frustrated by newer gas can designs, your voice matters. Here's what the public had to say in the comments of my previous 2 videos about gas can design. It might enlighten you or frighten you, but you deserve to be heard, and I hope the gas can manufacturers and legislators are listening. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Mike, and the channel is Mike Fixed It. Last fall, I purchased 2 new 5-gallon Midwest gas containers, and I struggled with the design. Features that were there to make them safer, I felt were making them more difficult and possibly more dangerous by spilling fuel and because the spouts are hard to operate on such a heavy can. I modified my containers, and I shared what I did in a video, hoping to save others from the frustration that I encountered. Based on the comments on that video, I made a second video clarifying some of my misconceptions and showing modifications to restore and improve safety features, and adding a vent to enhance the performance of those gas cans. You can watch those videos in the links below. What then happened is amazing. Together, these 2 videos sparked almost 500,000 views and ignited over 3,500 comments, predominantly from American viewers. The message is clear. These gas can designs desperately need a change, and your voices combined will hopefully speak loudly enough to be heard. In this video, the top 5 viewer comments which received the most number of likes. I'll also share some thought-provoking comments that I've handpicked which capture the spirit of the conversation. At the end of the video, I will preview some gas dispensing devices that were highly recommended by viewers, which I hope will help others. I want to express my sincere thanks for the enthusiastic support you've shown for this content, me, and my channel. Videos 1 and 2, as I'm reading this, have over 42,000 combined hours of watch time. To put that in perspective, there are 8,760 hours in a year. So that's the equivalent of 4 3/4 years of linear watch time, which is uncanny. That doesn't include all the extra time people spent writing honest, passionate, and occasionally long comments. Whether they were words of support or criticism, I am humbled that these videos were a catalyst for such a meaningful national conversation. We as consumers are from many walks of life with a common, simple need to transport and dispense fuel for a plethora of reasons. Easier operation and practical design without compromising real-world safety needs to be on the table as these products develop in the years to come. The current designs are flawed. Those are my words. Let's switch to what you, the viewer, had to say. Here are the top 5 most liked comments. With 164 likes, Be My Vision writes, "The 9 most terrifying words you can hear are, 'I'm from the government and I'm here to help.'" Here, this guy says it better than me.
I've always felt the 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, "I'm from the government and I'm here to help."
With 266 likes, Taka Yoloja writes, "When everybody gets done fixing the cans, the EPA will be like most government agencies. Wasted effort and expense to solve a non-existent problem." With 273 likes, S. Ferg commented, "This is what happens when lawyers try to be engineers." Our runner-up contributor, I'll Be Your Monster, with 352 likes, writes, "2021 update. This guy is now serving 3 life sentences for having used common sense to fix a problem that never needed to exist in the first place," with a crying frown face emoji. And our most liked comment, with 950 thumbs ups and over 50 responses, was contributed by Rogue AI, who wrote, "In 40 years of using gas cans, I've never spilled so much gas as I have with those stupid safety nozzles." Here are some comments that might not be at the top of the list, but which represent voices that are important to recognize. Elizabeth wrote, "Thank you so much. I am a small woman and not in great condition. I dreaded having to wrestle with those stinking things." One of the frequent recurring themes in these comments is that people feel the need to craft workarounds because these containers, new, are so difficult to use. Another female viewer, N, writes, "As a female with little hand strength, trying to use one of the new gas cans is impossible. I bought one at a gas station to help my friend, who had run out of gas. After 30 minutes of trying to pour 2 gallons of gas into her tank, I took the spout off, rolled a magazine into a funnel, and used that to get the gas in her tank." She continues, echoing what many people are saying over and over. "I have since procured 2 gas cans from the 50s and one from the 80s that work great." You can say what you want about the wisdom of people like me and N who improvise solutions. Sometimes you have to do what you have to do. A common frustration is that the problem-causing safety features of these containers were mandated by governments based on relatively few injuries, but with high-profile lawsuits. And it seems that the legislators and gas can designers aren't actually using the products that their rules and designs created. In December 2020, President Trump signed into law the bipartisan Portable Fuel Container Safety Act of 2019, which directs the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission to put into effect, quote, "a final rule to require flame mitigation devices in portable fuel containers that impede the propagation of flame into the container." This law affects all plastic fuel containers of 5 gallons or less, including any spout, cap, or other closure mechanisms, or any retrofit or aftermarket spout or component to be used with such container. If you don't know, a flame mitigation device allows fuel to pass through but prevents flames from entering the container, preventing flashback explosions. This is what I thought was a filter in my first video, and removed because it interfered with me filling the container. Since then, I've learned more about the dangers of flashback and explosion in these containers. When gas vapors escape, especially from a low volume of older gas at low temperatures, the vapors can travel across the ground when the can is tipped forward, in pouring position. I'll put a link to an NBC News article with a video that demonstrates how this can happen down below. I used to think the flame arresters were installed because a couple of fools were pouring gas on open flames. I now acknowledge that there is a greater risk. These invisible fumes can be ignited by contact with a still hot engine or by a static electric spark. While flame mitigation devices are imminent on all plastic fuel cans and spouts in the next few years, they have to change so they don't interfere with the normal operation of the container, or else people are going to discard them. Here are a couple more comments that question the direction of new gas can design. Douglas Sykes writes, "Hey Mike, I'm a retired firefighter. I've been to many fires. Looking back, I have to say I cannot remember even one that involved an old school gas can that caused a fire due to the way it was designed, or that was even involved in a fire period. I think the designers of these cans are really just looking to do something different to promote business." Stroys has this to say, "I was a risk manager for the largest municipal utility in the state of Michigan. Fire prevention was very high on our list of safety measures. I agree with everything in this video. The ridiculous modifications to gas cans create more of a hazard than the old-style cans." And LJ Sites got right to the point by saying, "Thanks for showing us how to make an over-engineered safety product safer by simplifying it." I hope I'm speaking for all of us when I ask government and industry to protect the interests of us, the majority, and to provide honest, transparent answers why their products are designed the way they are, and to adhere to the principles of keeping things simple and usable as possible. Do you think this can be accomplished? I'd like to know what you're thinking in the comments below. On to some more cheerful stuff. These videos' comments are a fantastic resource with suggestions that people have shared about how they handle fuel more easily and more safely. Here's a preview of some of the gas-related devices that were highly recommended, which I will be reviewing thoroughly in an upcoming video. I'll put my Amazon links to these items in the description so you can learn more. So many people say they throw away their spouts and pour with a funnel. This funnel, the Lyle 18232 offset funnel, has an angle to make it easier to fill in a variety of tanks. I'm going to try it on my cars and small yard tools, especially the ones where I struggle with my current container's nozzles. I also like that it has caps for both ends to keep it clean between uses or if you have to transport it. Instead of modifying their newer container spouts, lots of viewers simply buy a replacement spout. This is the Easy Pour Gas Can Universal Replacement Spout Kit, which comes highly recommended. We're going to find out just how universal it is and whether design is easy to work with. I like that the flame arrestor is in the spout where it won't get in the way of filling the tank. This, combined with an added vent, should provide all the flow I need, and I hope its flexible nature will require less manipulating the can to get the fuel into the tank without spilling. Many people recommended using a battery-operated transfer or siphon pump, which I had never heard of, and lets you leave the heavy gas can on the ground. This Terra pump is an inexpensive fuel transfer pump which promises to move 2.4 gallons of fuel per minute up the hose and into my tanks. Will it work? Will it be messy? Will it last? And will it be worth the trouble? These are all my questions that I hope to answer in upcoming videos, so I hope you stay tuned to the channel. Once again, thank you for watching. I'm Mike, the channel is Mike Fixed It. Please show your support by giving this video a like, and I hope you'll consider subscribing to the channel. If you click the bell when you subscribe, you'll be notified when my next videos come out. Be good, be well, and be safe, and I will talk to you real soon. I fixed it.